I think women want to sleep around and not have any consequence for it.
Hell yeah, we do.
Yeah!
Yeah, instead of, taking personal accountability and being on birth control, they just want to, do whatever they want.
You say this like it's a bad thing.
What?
You say this like it's a bad thing.
Let's just rewind the tape and get a clearer understanding of what Pearly said, because maybe we heard her wrong.
I think women want to sleep around and not have any consequence for it.
Hell yeah, we do.
Yeah!
So Just Pearly Things makes a simple statement. I think women just want to sleep around without dealing with any type of consequence. And the women agreed with her. And they literally turn around and say, you act like this is a bad thing. So this is my whole point about this. I always say women are children. All women want to do is skip around doing stupid stuff, making fatherless babies everywhere without anybody saying anything about it. Like children. That's all a child wants to do. So when a child gets caught doing something dumb, they get mad. They start having tantrums, right? The same thing with women.
Can I also ask, do you have any care to empower women, or is disempowering women part of your, steez?
Why is it empowering to sleep around? Why is it empowering to sleep around? Why is it empowering to sleep around?
The problem I've always had with women empowerment is meant to release women of accountability. And with all that being said, I don't think women need to be held accountable because this is important, society looks at women like they are children and not adults. So ladies, you have two options. If you don't want to be looked at as children, you have to be held accountable. If you're okay with being looked at as children, you don't have to be held accountable. But with all that being said, if you take the latter option, there's going to be a certain amount of control over your interests and possibly your own ability to make decisions. Imagine it being a single mother law where it's against the law for a woman to just run around having a fatherless baby by some random dude. And instead, she has to actually require a man to marry her before she has a baby. Imagine how many families would stay together. Imagine how many children that will be saved from single mothers, because now every child would require a father to be in the household. Wouldn't that be a beautiful life for not only the woman, but the child also? So yes, there are certain things that have to change in order to protect women from themselves and from ruining their own lives by just running around doing dumb stuff. And most importantly, it will actually protect children from those women who actually would be ruining not only her life, but the child's life, which most of y'all have because your children don't have daddies.
When the mother is not there and the father is raising, 90% of them don't go to jail. 90% of single fathers who raise their child as a father, they don't go to jail. Over 70% of all ladies that raise their children go to jail, all of them.
90% of all homeless and runaway children, 85% of children and teens with behavior disorders come from fatherless homes. Let me read that stat to you one more time. 90% of all homeless and runaway children, 85% of children and teens with behavioral disorder come from fatherless homes. Roughly 70% of teenage pregnancies come from women raised in a fatherless home. 70%.
But if you want to run around doing dumb stuff, it's just going to be a law that says you can't do this or you can't do that. For those who don't know, over 165,000 ABOs happen per year. And then on the other side of that, you have tens of thousands of children being put up for adoption per year. So if you simply look at the amount of ABOs, 165,000 per year, you don't think there needs to be a law that stops women from doing these things? ABOs and adoptions are under the supreme control of women. Is this actually disempowering women, or is it holding women accountable for their behavior?
I feel like you do take the way you speak on women is very sort of women just don't want to do this. Women just don't have this. Women just wanted this.
Maybe I should
And I
change my
wonder
term. Maybe
why
I
you
should
have
say-
so much like hatred towards
I
women.
don't hate
Where does
women.
that root in? It
I don't
sounds
hate
like
women.
you do.
I am a woman.
And just for the record, whenever a woman turns around and says, well, I just feel like this woman is saying, I feel like what you're saying is different than I understood and heard what you're saying. I feel like actually means the way I'm interpreting what you're saying is A, B, and C, instead of I'm just going to answer the actual question that you just asked, which is, why is it empowering for women to simply sleep around? How is that empowering? The woman literally did not want to answer the question. Why? Because she wants to skip around being a child.
Women don't want to work. Women don't want to this. Women want to sleep around. Where did you learn these belief systems from?
They literally started yelling and cheering when she said, I think women just want to sleep around with no consequence. Are you serious? You literally just rewind the tape again.
I think women want to sleep around and not have any consequence for it.
Hell yeah, we do.
Yeah!
Hell yeah, we do.
Yeah!
Because, okay, the question was, why does a keep getting brought up? 40% of women that have had 2 or more. 40%.
Good for them. Good for them. Good for them. Good for them.
So what is...
Good for them? Good for them? Now remember I told you, 165,000 ABOs happen per year. And 40% of those ABOs twice by the same women. And she says, good for them.
So what does that say to me? That means you're using it as a form of birth control. And they don't track the 60%.
What
to
kind
see-
of
Can you let me finish? They don't track the 60% to say who in the future has. So to me, it's like, why are they dying so hard for? They want-
This is beyond sad. Women love to tell men, stay out of women's business. Why? So you can ruin more people? Women literally ruin people's lives daily because they either put them up for adoption, traumatize them when they stay with them, keep them away from their fathers.
My mother didn't even want me, but still didn't want my father to take care of me. My mother didn't even want me, but still didn't want my father to take care of me.
Over 70% of young boys that are raised under single mothers end up in prison. Over 70% go to prison when they were raised by women only. Over 90% of homelessness is from single mother households. And you don't think there's a problem?
Glad to see you, man. What's up, boy?
What you do, take a class?
So is you surprised?
Kinda.
You ain't no kind of surprise. Was it worth the wait?
Yeah, it's alright. Love you.
I didn't think you guys was gonna come this soon. Did you even suspect it, Gregory?
Did you suspect that you were Granny?
Ladies, I want you to rewatch this video and I want you to ask yourself, do you think women are actually an issue or no? And let me know what you think in the comments. Rewatch this video and then comment below. Let's talk about this.